We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider, a rapid reactions edition. Heels win by 7 over Louisville, 70-63, the final score in the Smith Center. Adam, it kind of felt like Saturday a little bit in the fact that it was a hard-fought game, not a perfect game, but the Tar Heels did enough to win, and that, in the end, is most important.
If you only watch the last 3 minutes, that was a pretty satisfying win because the score was 60-60, and from that point forward, Carolina made a lot of the right plays offensively and defensively to win the game. So let's think about those 3 minutes and not the other 37 minutes.
Tar Heels improved to 20-8, 12-5 in ACC play. And Adam, to your point, this is a couple of times now where you can nitpick, obviously, the first 35, 36 minutes, and Hubert Davis, and you'll hear him say something similar when we talk to him in just a second. Carolina made the plays down the stretch, and it happened at Clemson. It happened in the game at Louisville. It happened to a degree in the Virginia Tech game, and the Tar Heels, when they needed it, made the plays that mattered.
Both offensively and defensively. You're able to put the ball in the hands of RJ Davis, who made some smart plays. Brady Manick made some really smart plays. You don't think of him as a facilitator, but there were times on those final few possessions that he was. Carolina is a really good free throw shooting team, which has been really beneficial in a lot of these close games. If you can get into the bonus and get the ball in the hands of Caleb Love or RJ Davis, you've got a pretty good chance of scoring some points. And then if you just get a stop, you're making some progress.
So we will let you hear from Hubert Davis. I talked to Coach Davis. Then Adam talked to RJ Davis. So we're going Davis here. You'll hear from Coach Davis, then RJ Davis. Then we'll come back and wrap things up here on the Carolina Insider. Yeah, thank you, Dave. It is indeed the Continental Tire Coach's Corner after Carolina beats Louisville 70-63. And Coach kind of felt a little bit like Saturday for your team in that hard defensive battle, and both teams making some mistakes, both teams making big plays, and your team made the plays down the stretch.
Well, it was a conference game in late February. That's what it is. And one of the things that I told the guys, I've said this throughout the year, but I reminded them with about 2 minutes ago, and I said, you guys have to find the joy and how hard it is to be successful individually and as a team. And I said, it's just going to be hard. There's no way around it. So let's find joy and enjoyment in this process, and let's play the best that we can, the entire game. And so I really felt like, obviously it wasn't a perfect game, but one of the things I've always said is, we made plays when plays needed to be had on both ends of the floor. When we needed to get stops, we got stops. When we needed to get a basket, we got a basket. And I really think in the second half, we attacked the basket more. First half, we took 18 threes, and we talked about attacking the basket through poster penetration. Reason being is I like getting to the free throw line. Statistically, we're the best free throw shooting team in the conference, so it'd be advantageous for us to get to the free throw line. I felt like we did a better job of that in the second half. We got into the penalty, and it allowed us to get some points at the free throw line where we were struggling a little bit to get shots and to make shots against Louisville's really good defense.
Tar Heels were 9 for 9 at the free throw line in the second half, 11 of 13 for the ball game. Louisville was just 2 of 5 at the stripe tonight. Cardinals did not score for the last 3 minutes or so. What did you like about what your team did defensively there to get those big stops that you referenced?
Just a lot of energy and effort. Everything wasn't perfect, but I felt like our guys were flying around. Everybody was in a defensive stance. What they were trying to do is they were trying to set high ball screens and trying to get downhill to cause a wide open three for their big guys. And their big guys can shoot threes, but they can also put the ball on the floor and attack. And that's where they were trying to attack us because they had success against us up at Louisville. And I just thought we were really good at getting into the ball. And then our bigs, whether it was Armando or Brady, did a really good job being in position to stop them from getting downhill, but also got back to their guy in enough time where it took away the three. And it just, as I said before, defensively, when we needed to have stops, and I know the guys were tired, to go through what we went through against Virginia Tech on the road and then play this high-level game on Monday, that's a hard, quick turnaround. And for our guys, and we have a number of guys that play big minutes. So I'm really proud of them. They played really well tonight.
Talk about making plays. It felt like Brady made some big ones for you down the stretch, hit that baseline jumper, had the assist to Armando for the dunk. Just really important plays in this win.
He really did. We were calling play calls Horn Special, and he was supposed to go out to the perimeter, and then we just had a ball screen with Armando, and he was going to set the ball screen, and then he slipped towards the goal. He was wide open, but RJ couldn't see him. He's only 5'2", and he couldn't see him, and so then he threw it back to Brady, and Brady put the ball on the floor and made a tough mid-range jump shot right there in the corner. He made that play, and so in those times, you need players just to step up and make plays. You can draw up a play, but at the end of the day, I always say this: you need to have some dudes that can make some shots, right. And Brady was a dude there.
What does it say to you about your team? You had the disappointment on Wednesday. You came back, got a big road win.
I don't even remember that. I don't even remember what happened on Wednesday. One of the things that before the game I said it was a great win on Saturday against Virginia Tech, but what makes it better is to validate that win by playing well tonight. And that's what they did. It wasn't easy. There were times we weren't playing well on both ends of the floor. We just kept talking about staying together, our togetherness, and enjoying those hard moments and being able to persevere. We've been persevering all year, and so I said we should be used to it, and our guys really responded.
20 wins for your team. I know that's not the benchmark or the goal, but it's been a hard-fought 20 wins.
No, that's a big deal. We haven't this program. We haven't had 20 wins in a couple seasons, and so no, it's not the goal. No, it's not the benchmark, but it's something. But we don't want to stop at 20. We want to continue and look forward to the rest of the regular season. We've got 3 more conference games, and our full attention will be in our preparation for NC State.
Heels now 20-8, guys, 12-5 in ACC play. And, boy, it's a crowded top of the league. Tar Heels get a big win tonight. Coach, thank you for your time as always.
Thank you very much, Jones.
Alongside RJ Davis after Carolina outlasts Louisville at the Smith Center. RJ, take us to 60-60. Louisville's got the ball. And you were able to get a big steal and layup that really turned the tide. What'd you see?
I saw a chance to change the momentum of the game. I believe they had it was like a little dribble handoff, or I just anticipated the play, and I was able to get the steal and get a big layup, and help change the momentum of the game for our team, and got the crowd into it.
You had 3 steals, and it felt like you were really active on defense all night. Their guards were so good in the game there. What were you trying to do tonight overall defensively?
Just disrupt their offense and, get into their head a little bit and apply a little pressure. Obviously my pressure was able to get, for them to turn the ball over and for us to, make fast break points.
What was the difference in the first 37 minutes offensively and then the last 3 when it felt like really every time down the court something was well executed?
I think we bought into the defensive end. I think our first half defense wasn't the way we wanted it to be. So I think, going to the second half, we wanted to, build energy off our defense. Communicating, talking, being at the gap in midline, and then build off from that offensive flow easily.
Unsuccessful in a close game at Notre Dame, what feels like a long time ago, a month or so ago. Yeah. But here lately, later in close games, it's been better. Where is this team getting better at the end of close 1 or 2 possession type games?
I think we know our potential. We know what kind of team we are. Each game we're growing, each day we're growing, and our last couple of practices have been really great. We've been competing on both ends, and it's leading into the game of play.
Seemed like you and Caleb had some success getting to the rim in those closing minutes. What were you able to do differently to get to the basket instead of having to settle for jump shots?
We were able to get the switch that we wanted. We had the big on us, and then we had our wings and bigs spread out on the wings, and then the short corner for us to make plays and drive, and create for our own or for others.
Cam Johnson and Luke May were here tonight. I know Cam talked to you at practice earlier this week. What did Luke have to say in the locker room?
That's a special place. A lot of people come back here, either former players or former coaches. It just shows how much love this place has for us. And, everyone's watching. Alumni, there's a lot of alumni everywhere. And that, he's super proud of us. He loves us, and he just wishes success on us.
Success tonight. RJ Davis and the Tar Heels beat Louisville. RJ, thank you.
Appreciate it.
So Carolina, big couple of wins here. I mean, 12-5 in conference play, 20-8 overall. Really needed some positive momentum coming off that game last week against Pitt. Able to do it in this quick turnaround. Now, Adam, a couple of days, then it's NC State. And Tar Heels won handily against State in the Smith Center. You know the Wolfpack remembers that. They'll be ready. It's always a difficult environment in Raleigh. State won in Raleigh last year against Carolina. So 2 o'clock on Saturday, another big game for the Heels.
Man, I know it's been kind of herky-jerky, but look at the ACC standings. Carolina's right there near the top. They've shot themselves in the foot from time to time, I will give you that. But they've got 20 wins now. They're within shouting distance of the regular season and certainly of that double bye in the ACC tournament. They need this time off. It's been a hectic schedule where Hubert Davis has really had to manage his team's minutes, and they need a couple days of lighter work before they head on to another 2 games in 3 days scenario next weekend.
So next opportunity for Carolina is Saturday in Raleigh. And as Adam referenced, a quick turnaround because they have another Saturday, Monday. This time it's Syracuse coming to the Smith Center next Monday night. But for tonight, Tar Heels do enough to get the win over Louisville by 7. Thanks for joining us here on the Carolina Insider.